Could Phillip Fulmer help Tennessee's offensive line? Former Tennessee football coach Butch Jones recently made news by taking a job as an intern on Alabama coach Nick Saban's staff. While this marks a change in Jones' career course, it's nothing new for Alabama. Saban collects fired coaches like he does national championship trophies, then adds them to his ever-growing support staff. Somebody asked me if Jones could possibly contribute anything to Saban's football empire. My guess is he already knows how everyone on Alabama's actual coaching staff takes his coffee. Alabama isn't the only football program that has beefed up its football staff. Most major programs are doing it. Often, they employ former coaches to become player relations or personnel types. These so-called analysts or consultants can't interact with players on the field in practice or games. But they can study video, analyze data and, in some cases, locate the coffee machine. I don't have a problem with that, especially in the SEC, where football dwarfs most sports. In fact, I would be in favor of increasing its football support staff even further. And I have an idea of how to do it at no additional cost. My proposal: all athletic department employees except coaches should be required to devote at least 5 hours of their work week to football. Tennessee's 2017 Football Press Guide lists 32 senior athletic staff members. If they each gave 5 hours a week to football, that's 160 more hours of manpower. And that's just the senior staff members. Those 160 hours could be devoted to recruiting, which is basically all about making high school seniors feel important. Think handwritten notes. But the head of Tennessee and number 39's athletic department could do more than write notes. I thought about that when I saw a photo taken by News Sentinel photographer Katie McMeekin. The photo, taken at a Tennessee football practice, shows athletic director Phillip Fulmer looking like a football coach, which he used to be. Since Fulmer is a regular visitor to practice, new coach Jeremy Pruitt should take advantage of his presence. Fulmer once was one of the best offensive line coaches in the SEC. And last season, Tennessee had one of the worst offensive lines in the SEC. I realize Fulmer wouldn't be allowed to instruct players during practice. But he could observe. He could study video. And then, he could pass along suggestions to Pruitt and offensive line coach Will Friend. If you think that Fulmer has more important things to do as athletic director, you haven't been paying attention. There's nothing more important than fixing UT's football program. That's why Chancellor Beverly Davenport fired athletic director John Currie and replaced him with Fulmer in December when the Vols were trying to find a new football coach. Fulmer found her a coach. That's just the beginning, though. Now, he needs to help that coach any way he can. Sure, he could spend his time making the department more fiscally responsible. For example, is it really necessary for the softball team to take trips to Arizona, California and Hawaii in the same season? And what's the point of the baseball program traveling out of state before it begins SEC play? But is fiscal responsibility really that important when you're raking in the big bucks like Tennessee? Answer: not nearly as important as fixing the offensive line. John Adams is a senior columnist. He may be reached at 865-342-6284 or john.adams@knoxnews.com. Follow him at twitter.com/johnadamsons.